earlier today, when we were out driving, we saw this dude that was driving around that had the American flag, upside down. Like he had a pickup truck and the flag was hanging from the back, or I should, say flying from the back, and it was actually upside down. Now most people, when they see that, they actually would get offended at that and say, oh, how dare you disrespect, the flag, or that's just, disrespectful. But a lot of people don't know that there's actually a symbolism behind that, right? It actually means something. Like, say, for instance, like if you're in the military, you might know it. If you see a flag upside down, it symbolizes distress. Like, say, in a foreign country, and if you see the American flag upside down, if you see that image, and knows, let you know that the people in that area are in distress, right? And, might need some aid or assistance of some sort or another. Again, you can literally just do a Google search on this. It's a known fact that the American flag upside down just symbolizes distress. And truly, it's fitting today, right? America is a nation in distress. So seeing a flag upside down, that guy knows what he's talking about there, or he knows the message that he's symbolizing when he drives around with the flag upside down, because America is a nation in distress today. First of all, you got what, 1 out of 4 or 5 children today, they have to go to bed hungry at night. Here it is, it's the most powerful nation on earth, but children are going to bed hungry at night. Or single mothers out here can't afford to feed their children. And then on the other hand, they sit there and say, oh, we don't have enough money to, hand out, disability checks, or, SSI is going to dry up by 2035. But on the other hand, there is a $500 billion to give out to Ukraine for military aid. Like, nobody's going to sit there and talk about that. Like, how many bullets and, MREs and, missiles and armor and guns and tanks have been shipped over to Ukraine over the last, nearly 3.5 years now. Again, it's about $500 billion. Right, so there is money for that to, aid a foreign country that's not even part of the NATO or the EU. But, there is no money when it comes to helping out the American citizens, though, right? There is no money to help that. Like, say, for instance, people are out here saying, oh, well, there's no money to increase minimum wage to like 15 or 20 an hour. We're not able to do that today. It's like, okay, but aren't you guys like printing out like $2 billion every hour? But there's not enough money to pay everybody $20 an hour, though. Even though you guys are literally printing, what, hundreds of billions of dollars or tens of billions of dollars every single 24 hours? Like, I mean, seriously, like, let's logically think here. There's literally, there's so much money on Earth. Like, literally everybody on Earth, every person on Earth could be a millionaire. Look it up. This is a fact. There's so much money on Earth that literally every single person on Earth could have $1 million for themselves. Now, sure, obviously, the economy couldn't work like that. But just to symbolize how much money exists in this world, literally every single person in the world could have $1 million, technically, if we were to evenly distribute the money among the population of the Earth, which is at the moment roughly just over 8 billion people, which nobody knows the exact population of the Earth, but it's just a rough estimate. Just like, say, for instance, nobody knows the exact population of the United States. They say it's roughly, 345 million, but they don't actually know. Like, they could be a couple million off or a couple 100,000 off. Because even by their own admission, they acknowledge that there's, thousands of people every single day that are, entering the country illegally, right, without the government's written consent to allow them into the country. So, if you let that happen for decades and decades on end, quote unquote illegal immigration, that's going to amass to, quite a lot of damn people that are coming into the country, under the radar. So, when I say the population of the United States, I'd say more so 350 million is more so a more reasonable number to say compared to 345 million. But that's just my take on it, factoring all these considerations. It's a whole nother thing to point out, man. is shit, if you were to go like on the streets out here, like I watched this guy on YouTube named Mark Dice, and like a decade ago, right back in like the mid 2010s, the guy went on the streets of like famous beaches in like Los Angeles or California, and he would go up to random people and ask them like basic questions. Like, say for instance, he went around with like a gold coin and a silver coin, and would ask people, would you rather have this gold coin or the silver coin, or have this Hershey's chocolate bar? And literally, I kid you not, like, you know 25 out of 30 people would say they choose the Hershey's chocolate bar compared to a silver coin or a gold coin. Like, I'm being serious when I say that. And then another thing I saw is he went around and said, I'll give you $5 if you can point to 5 states on a map. Right? So they would bring up the picture of America, but not show any names of the states, right? They won't show any states on the map. And they'll ask, can you point and name 5 states on this map? And I'll give you $5. And literally, like 9 out of 10 people couldn't even name 5 states on the map. That's real bad if you think about it. That is real bad if you can't even point out 5 damn states on the map, but yet there's 50 states that make up the country. I mean, this is real pathetic. And then second of all, let's take it a step further. Another video Mark Dice did is he went out to the streets with a world map and asked people, can you name like 5 countries, or every country you name, I'll give you $1 for. Right? If you can name 10 countries, I'll give you $20. Right? That's some of the titles of these videos. And like, I kid you not, like 8 out of 10 people or 9 out of 10 people couldn't even get that right. They couldn't complete the task. I mean, that is real bad right there. That is that is real bad. It's just pathetic. It's just absolutely mind-blowing out here. Right? Just mind-blowing how dumbed down the population has been in today's day and age, man. Then a whole nother point is, people can't afford to eat out here, right? People can't afford to eat. Like, hell, think about this. Health out here is bad, right? People's healths are bad out here. You got people in their 20s and 30s that are, coming down with all these different, heart conditions and, intestinal problems and diseases, due to the food they've been consuming, their whole life out here. It's real bad. Like I said in a couple videos before, it's cheaper today to live a unhealthy lifestyle compared. My bad, but going back to what I was saying, like there's stores out here, like say for instance, like Whole Foods, where I've seen people go in and get like a can of like organic pasta sauce and, a box of organic noodles and, pre-made salad and, maybe a little bag of baby carrots. And someone tell me how that comes to like damn near $40 for that. Or meanwhile, you could take the same $40 and just go live off Dollar General and Dollar Tree and, grocery outlet, on junk foods and get like, 3 or 4 times the amount that you could get at Whole Foods for the same damn price. The only difference is the food's not healthy for you, right? It's bad. So again, it's easier today to live an unhealthy lifestyle compared to you living a healthy lifestyle. And it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way. But unfortunately, that's the world we're living in now where, it's easier to just live unhealthy compared to how it is to live healthy. And it shouldn't be that way. But yeah, man, any way you look at it, this place is just circling the drain, man. People out here, hey, people are in for a rude awakening, man. People are in for a rude awakening. It's getting real bad out here, man. Homelessness is increasing. You got hundreds of thousands of people around the country out here living inside their cars because they can't afford rent. Like, somebody explain to me, how is a damn studio apartment, right? A 1-bedroom apartment is like over $2,000. Like, say, for instance, maybe a couple miles away from me, they just put up a couple new studio apartments. And just out of curiosity, I looked them up online. to see what they're going for. Someone tell me how this shit's going for like $2,200 a month for a 1-bedroom apartment. Like shit, the complex doesn't even have a community pool or community entertainment section, like to use computers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Not even a damn playground for the kids. And that shit's somehow like $2,200 a month. Yeah, it's getting crazy out here, man. You know, it's getting wild out here. And then these companies are complaining, oh, you know, can't pay people 20 an hour. I mean, shit, you know, if you're not making 20 an hour, then you're not living, right? Anything under $20 is just slavery in the modern day economy. People out here saying, oh, you know, people shouldn't get paid 20 an hour to flip burgers. Why the hell should it not be paid 20 an hour to flip burgers at like Burger King or McDonald's or, you know, Dairy Queen or whatever? Like, why should they not be paid that much? Like, logically explain that to me. Why should they not be paid that amount of money to, you know, take their time and effort and stress? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make any damn sense. Like, you know, really people are just for oppression at this point. People are just for the oppression of their, you know, fellow citizen at this point, it seems. You know, again, you can't chase any type of good lifestyle today off of the wage that people are making. Yeah, everything is going up, but the wage is not going up. Right? The price of everything is increasing dramatically, but the price that you are paid to work is not increasing. If anything, it's decreasing over time. Right? The price of everything's just going up, and the price of what you get paid for your labor is going down. You know, and that's just pathetic. You know, it's just pathetic. Like, look, if everything else is going to go up, well, then by logic and reasoning, so should the wages be going up too. Like, I don't logically see how anybody could be opposed to that. Like, say, for instance, I don't know if I said at the beginning of this video or another one, I said, you know, they're printing literally like, what, a couple $1 billion like every single hour out here. So how the hell is it y'all can't afford to pay the population $20 at least minimum, right? $20 at least minimum for minimum wage, right? Like, seriously, you're printing billions of dollars by the hour, but somehow you don't have enough money to pay people 20 an hour. But yet, meanwhile, out here, go to the movie theaters and a damn bucket of popcorn is $15. Like, I mean, seriously, you know, something's not adding up here, right? This is not making damn sense. You know, the way everything is right now, it is not making damn sense. You know, so, hey, you know, there's no beating around the bush here, right? It's clear that, you know, America, aka Mystery Babylon the Great, right, or as the Bible calls it, right, that great city, you know, it's circling the drain at this point. You know, and if anybody can't realize that and they just don't know what's going on, you know, hey, there's a saying that goes, you got to wake up and smell that coffee. And hey, that's what we're telling people. Hey, you better wake up and smell that coffee, man, right? What's that coffee? What we're talking about is America is on her final, you know, her last stand at this point, right? America is almost out of legs to stand on at this point. Right, you know, this place is going down the drain. Or in other terms, you might have heard the term, you know, going to hell in a handbasket, right? The world's going to hell in a handbasket. That's this modern economy, right? It's going to hell in a handbasket. When I say hell, I'm being sarcastic because hell doesn't exist. But in other terms, it's going into its own destruction or annihilation, right? And I mean, you don't have to be a very intelligent or bright person in order to, you know, realize that. I mean, I think it's obvious and clear. Like, say, for instance, you go to damn Wingstop and someone tell me how it's like $20 damn for like, you know, 8 wings and a damn, you know, soggy fries with that and a damn, you know, a small Dr. Pepper. Somehow that's $20. So the average person got to work almost 2 hours to afford that. Now that's bullshit right there. That's garbage. Now that's a trash economy right there. You know, this is, you know, something got to give at this point, man. There's no way this place can keep continuing on for another 40, 50, you know, 70 years. It just can't happen. It just, statistically, it can't happen, right? This place is just down and out. You know, and if anybody can't realize that, then you're just, you know, not very bright. But anyway, I don't want to make the video too long. I'm going to wrap it up there.